Hey, this is Trevor Sternad from the Black Dahlia Murder here, and you're listening to the Ever Black Podcast.
Hey, human skull, this is odorous from Guam.
Burn 2 Battle Fear Factory.
This is George Corey from Under Fisher.
This is Jazz from Double Drop.
This is Wade from Our Last Enemy.
Mike Nick from Suicidal Tendencies.
Hey, this is Wednesday 13.
This is Rex from Kill Devil Hill.
This is Gary from
Sepultura. You're listening to Ever Black Podcast.
Before we go into this episode of the Ever Black Podcast, we just need to give a shout out to our show supporters, the occult clothing brand Electric Witch, who have amazing apparel from shirts to hoodies to hats to beanies, dresses and more. Check out their full range at electricwitch.com.au and put in the code EverBlack for 20% off your order. Also, don't forget to subscribe, rate and review the Ever Black Podcast on Spotify and iTunes podcast streams, and see all our video interviews on the Ever Black YouTube channel. You can also read all our articles and reviews at everblack.com.au. All right, on with the show. Thanks for joining us on the show, brother. How is everything in Sydney? Is that where you are, right?
Great. Yeah, things are good, man. We did 2 shows last weekend.
Yeah.
So we did our single launch at Crowbar in Sydney, which was really cool. And then we played a rained out kind of festival in the Hunter Valley, Thrashville Festival. It was on Saturday. Yeah, it's been a great weekend.
It's always good when you play a couple of shows and you feel like you've had a real good weekend. You've had a weekend, not just sitting in front of the telly or you know, you're going out there. And
it's a bit more rare these days to have 2 gigs in a weekend, you know. We used to do it all the time.
Oh man, it's but you guys, at least you guys are touring and well, trying to and playing shows. You know,
we're very lucky.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's crazy. Well, of course, your band ASTRODEATH have recently released your latest single, Leviathan Rising, and dude, it sounds huge. It sounds so.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, we're really happy with it,
man. Well, you recorded it at your own rehearsal space called Shabby Road Studio. I love it. Man, the drums sound huge as well, and it's a massive step up with the recording and everything from the first album, man.
Yeah, we think so. The first is funny because the first one we did in a great big expensive studio, the drums, and we did it to tape machine, and I think there was like a Neve console in there, and this time we just had a little audio interface and concrete jam room. So, but it's I mean, the guy that records us, Nick Franklin, is he's really good. He's just great. So
yeah, it's awesome, man. Where'd you record the first one?
So the first one was recorded at Linear Studios, which is in Leichhardt, which doesn't exist anymore. And both this record and the last record we did. Last record we did the guitars at Linear as well.
Yeah.
But this record we just did the drums at Shabby Roads, and then we did the guitars and vocals over at Nick's studio, which is called Rolodex.
I've got to say though, drums are incredibly hard to capture. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, we're lucky. Yoshi is an incredible drummer, and it takes him no time to do drum tracks. And he just records a full drum track, and it's pretty much how you hear it on the record. We don't use a click track. There's no heavy editing. Of course, we do like a little bit of, if something's kind of a bit off, we'll push it around, but there's no like quantizing or, there's no big drum edits or anything like that. It's all, every song's all one take the way it was played. So it's pretty, I've never played in a band with a drummer that does that before. So yeah, I'm lucky.
Dude, it's huge. And it's the full second album ready to go. That's called ASTRODEATH Vol.2, I believe.
Volume 2, yeah, we're getting creative with the titles there for the albums.
I like it, man. It's good. No, keep it rolling.
So we've only finished that one single, and we've done all the drums and guitars for the rest of the song. So we just got to punch the vocals in and mix the rest of the songs.
How's it coming along?
Yeah, we're super happy with it. You know, like the second album, we're a bit, I don't know what the word is. You know, you're worried about whether, because you want to make it better and different and cooler. And then you're also worried about making it, you know, sound like the first album and true to what your original vision is and all that. And so we thought we were going to write a real different record, but we just wrote another ASTRODEATH record, which we're happy about.
I think a lot of people are going to be happy about that. You guys are getting a lot of love and support. You know?
Yeah, we really noticed it this cycle round. Yeah, we're chuffed about it, man. Yeah, really happy.
Well, the track itself is awesome. Like, it's such a strong single, and the video for it's amazing too.
Well, it's funny. The video. I mean, the guy that made it's pretty talented. Our mate Mitch, but you know, from the day we started till the day it came out on the internet. I think it was like 3 days. You know, 1 day of filming. He kind of did all the editing, and it was out, just recorded on a mobile phone in a bedroom. So simple but fun. Yeah, we had a real fun time, and you know, we didn't take it too seriously. Had a bit of a laugh. So yeah,
that's awesome. So it's, you know, a lot of bands are doing the DIY thing. I mean, I know you're pulling, you know, you get your mates in to help you out and things like that, and it seems like everyone's going back to sort of basics, unless you like some, you know, black metal band with a tape recorder in a forest. You know what I mean? It's
I think we want to do that too.
Hey, man. But I do say that a lot of bands are bringing out some quality stuff that they're just doing themselves, or just help mates and stuff like that. It's good.
Yeah, I like that stuff. You get creative. You got to get creative. I guess it's pretty expensive to be in a band, and no one's really getting paid much, you know, at our level, or you know, at most levels, really, unless you're massive, like you're not really getting paid much money. So if you can do something creative on a budget, I think that's the go.
Absolutely, dude. And what you guys have produced, you know, is top quality.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
Do you think it's that pressure? You know what I mean? Like, we've only got this much, and this is our budget, you know, and it creates diamonds, man. You know, that pressure.
I think so. Yeah, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves this time, to time pressure to get it done, because we booked this single launch tour before a single existed, so we kind of just had to, you know, because our booking agent Christian from Beats Cartel said, we got a few dates for you here and here, but you got to have something to release. So we just said okay, and we just kind of got it done. We were maybe like 80% finished writing the record, and we didn't want to go and just record a single because, you know, it's easier to get it all done in one. So just finished the album, punched it out, and yeah, I think we like that pressure. We've always kind of put a bit of extra pressure on ourselves to move faster and get things done, and I like it. Other bands have different processes where the record will take 5 years, and we're not that intricate of a, you know, like we don't have crazy solos that I have to learn, and you know, it's all pretty simple what we do. We keep it kind of raw and yeah, just moving along.
In regards to, you mentioned the comic book before, which I'm keen to check out. The artwork is incredible too, and with your merch and everything like that. Who's the artist?
So Glenn Smith is the artist. He's from Sydney also. He's pretty prolific in a lot of the scenes in Sydney. Like he plays in a bunch of punk bands, but you know, he does art for so many bands. Like, I'm sure everyone's got a T-shirt that Glenno's designed. And he's played quite a large role in kind of the whole concept of our band. We knew we wanted him to do, you know, we approached him to do our logo as soon as we kind of worked out our band name, and to do our first T-shirt design. And from that, like just before we kind of even had a song ready, from his artwork, we kind of decided what our whole concept of the band was going to be. And so, yeah, I don't know. We wrote all these songs on the first record, and then we had the idea to do the comic book and asked him to draw up the songs that we'd already made. And and it came out really cool. It doesn't quite read like there's no narrative in the book. It's just like some cool pictures and the lyrics and stuff. But this next record, Gleno's actually written a concept and a storyline, and we've written the songs to match that story. And then, there'll be a bit more of a narrative in this next comic book, and we're going to kind of start the journey of making all these records kind of, a bit of a sci-fi kind of comic book vibe for the whole thing.
You're speaking my language, bro. I mean, look at all this shit.
Yeah.
So it's
very excited about it. Yeah.
Is it like going by the first album, you've got like a lizard astronaut, lizard people dude, and then you've got the Leviathan lizards. Getting a whole bunch of lizard things.
Yeah, lizards and aliens. There's some giants in the next one. There's there's all kinds of cool stuff, man. Won't give too much of it away, but yeah, it's in that vein, It's a cosmic conspiracy, aliens, the elite, the domination of mankind.
Mate,
you can go anywhere with it. It's fun.
Sign me up.
I like writing, and I've been in a lot of bands where you write about your ex-girlfriends or something that you don't like or blah blah. We kind of we're digging this thing that we can write in our little world, and it's away from everything, and it's just its own little thing. It's nice,
and you can build on it too, as you were saying before. Like you can create your own world, man.
Yeah, and I think we got that leeway to do like the Star Wars thing. This one might be the end of the story, but we might be able to go back to the start again, and like you go wherever you want with it, really.
Yeah, action figures.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey, man, you're onto something.
Love it.
Yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely. Well, of course, you guys have been heading out on the road on this tour. You're about halfway.
No, we've only just done the two. So
two, okay.
Well, maybe we call that a quarter of the way.
How's it been navigating it through all this? Because it seems that it'd be quite tricky with the world constantly changing and things opening and closing. And how's that been from your perspective?
It's, I wouldn't say like it's been hard. It's just been like, I think you just got to get in the mindset of like, we're pressing ahead, and whatever happens will happen. And, if we have to reschedule. If we have to, do sit down gigs, it's fine. And there's always something. Like we, as I said, we just did our single launch at Crowbar, the first gig, and the day, so we sold it out at the capacity that was at, which was only like 70 or something. And then the day before the gig, they said, oh yeah, you can have another 70 people. So we've gone from the messaging, for 2 weeks it was sold out, and then the day of we've got to, hustle another 70 tickets out the door, which we got pretty close to. I don't think we hit it exactly, but in a day, we're pretty happy with that, seeing as everyone thought it was sold out and no one knew what was going on. But yeah, man, it is what it is.
But that's cool as well, because I'm sure that a lot of people that missed out on that first round of tickets, their mates were going and gave them that chance to go and hang out and have some beers and watch you guys.
Yeah, I mean, it was great. It was good. It was good. It was good that it opened up, and it's good for the venues. And I mean, that's a positive for sure. I mean, this Melbourne outbreak is a little bit concerning for us because
yeah,
we're supposed to be there in 2 weeks. So, and then if we go there, do we then have to quarantine when we go to Queensland? We don't even know. And instead of getting worried about it, we just we'll leave it to the last minute and go, can we do this now? If we can, we can. If we can't, we can't. I think that the cool thing about Melbourne is the bills are so big that even if we don't go, the guys that are from Melbourne that were playing on those bills are still going to be able to do the gig without us, and no one has to cancel. Tickets can still be valued, and
yeah, man. Well, I think hopefully it will for Melbourne, but I mean, we're looking forward to seeing you guys up here. That's for sure. We're all sweet, so knock on wood. But yeah, man. I mean, we've been pretty good up here, and you're going to be heading up here to play 2 shows, and you're wrapping up the tour on the Goldie, where I am.
Oh, great! Yeah. Last time we were in the Goldie, we had possibly the best show we ever had. So we're psyched to get back. That was the Moe's reopening party. I don't know if you heard that one.
I missed that one, but I've been to Moe's a ton of times.
It's a great venue. It's really cool. So yeah, we're psyched to get back up, and we had fun in Brizzy as well. We're hitting. I think we got Brizzy back to Lismore and then Gold Coast. So yeah, we're gonna have a good time for sure.
Man, I'm really looking forward to it. Sunday set. Yeah. That's on the March 14.
Yeah, I guess it is. I'm bad with dates. It's in my calendar.
You're just rolling with it. Hey, man. But I mean, of course, another thing is, with everything going on aside, touring as a 2-piece would definitely have its advantages. But what other things have been sort of tricky doing that? Has there been other challenges you found with just rolling with just the two of you?
I think it's mostly positive. Yeah, it's a lot easier. Less bathroom breaks. We can usually find a couch to sleep on, or you know what I mean, because it's not like we're bringing 5 dudes to your house to crash. It's like just us 2. And I think maybe we did this stupid drive last time we played. Mo's actually that gig I was just talking about, where we decided to play that Gold Coast gig on the Saturday and then drive from the Gold Coast to Canberra to play on the Sunday. And we possibly could have died because we were that sleepy, just driving all the way back. And then we got to Canberra and played to about 2 people. So it wasn't worth it. It's a bit scary. But yeah, I mean, that's, if we had a few more people in the band, we could share the driving a bit. But that's the only thing I can think of. That's a tricky thing with 2. I mean, we have to stay pretty busy, like sharing the load and stuff. Doing all the social media and doing all the calls, and we're busy. We kind of work the whole time, but that's fine. We like it. We enjoy doing it, so it's good.
Well, I mean, you're quite active on the old social medias and stuff like that, which is good when everyone's doing that. Not everyone in bands like to do that. There's always one, 2 that
We've noticed that some bands think it's uncool, and we get that too. We don't necessarily think it's super cool to be, self-promoting all the time, but I just think it's the way of the world, and if you're not having a go at it, then there's, you're missing out.
That's right. Absolutely. And of course, you mentioned Christian before from Moe's Beats Cartel. I just want to give a shout out to him.
Yeah, he's a legend. I'll shout out to him as well. He's been really good to us, really helpful. Yeah.
How's it been working with him?
Yeah, great. Like it's just been we've just been kind of progressing. Every step we take is a little step forward, and I guess that's all you want, really. Like, he's put us in places that we probably couldn't have put ourselves, and I think it's good. He's a good kind of grassroots, step by step kind of guy, and yeah, we like it.
Yeah, man. Him and I gotta say, Miller and Dicey as well, are good dudes. It seems like you guys have surrounded yourself with some really good cats in the industry.
Yeah, we're lucky. I mean, me and Yoshi both been doing this for a while, playing in different bands and stuff, and I guess you with the with same with the social media stuff, you see who's putting in a lot of effort, and that's who you kind of want to be aligned with. Well, for us anyway, we want to be aligned with people that are doing things, that are active. The cult etiquette thing. I think that's Dicey's thing with Ryan Miller. I don't know if you know him, Ryan Miller from Sydney.
Legends.
So they do so much. Ryan's recording bands, and they're the kind of people we want to be hanging out with, and all nice blokes, and it's easy decisions to make.
Absolutely. And what about more plans for the year? Have you got anything else cooking?
Well, we'll drop the album, as I said, second comic book. We got some, we want to go over to WA, which it's hard to do when you're in Sydney. Like, it's expensive, so we're gonna try and get out there, which is exciting. And there's a few little festival slots that we don't know whether they're happening or not, and there's a bit on the cards. We're hoping to get more active. We just want to play heaps of gigs, really.
Yeah, it's like that. I'm actually surprised you guys are just pushing through this tour, and it's awesome. Like, people
I think
are so hungry for gigs, man. And to see you guys, it's awesome.
Yeah, the hungriness is cool. Like when these first lockdowns lifted in Sydney, we just did some local shows, and the response we got was mad. Like, we did 2 nights at the one venue. We did 4 shows in 2 nights.
That's crazy.
And sold it out. All our friends and fans came, and just we had all this merch ready for a tour, for like a 10-day tour that we didn't do earlier because of COVID, and we sold all that merch in 2 days. It was just wild because everyone was just so ready to get involved again. It was really nice, and I think that vibe's still going. People want to go out and have fun.
Well, I hope you're going to be bringing up heaps of merch up here to Queensland, man.
Yeah, we're trying. People keep buying it though, so it's
that's a good problem to have.
It's great. It's really cool. Yeah.
I'll have to throw you some dollary dues. That's for sure.
Well, mate, we need them. So, but we'll bring you some goodies too,
mate. I'm keen on that comic. I can't believe I haven't seen it. So, have you got it all mapped out, story wise, from here to issues down the track?
No. We just one at a time. Well, I think we'll start thinking about the next one soon. We got a lot of songs, left over that we didn't put on this second record. So I don't think we're far off, especially if it gets tricky and we can't tour again. We'll probably write a third record by the end of the year because we got enough material. That's our plan. If we get stuck again and we can't move, we'll just put a third one out.
And then a Netflix series or a big movie. Hey.
Well, yeah, you start to think when you got all this, all these cool stories happening, comic books and stuff.
Yeah, man, it's got to go somewhere. Just keep building on it.
Yeah, Gene Simmons would be proud, I reckon.
Nah, man. Nah, it's a cool thing. I love when bands do that kind of thing, when they incorporate the whole world building, and I like the escape.
Same, yeah. That's what it's for. Yeah,
that's it.
It's for just to not have to think about normal things. You have a bit of a sci-fi journey instead. Are you
a big sort of nerd yourself? Do you love all that kind of thing?
No, not particularly. I do. Like, I like a bit of sci-fi for sure. I'm a big Blade Runner fan, and I don't know. There's stuff that I like, but I wouldn't consider myself, a sci-fi nut or anything by any measure. But Gleno is that guy, and so he throws us like, "Oh, watch this, look at this." Like, he's always throwing us weird stuff to look at and think about, and it's fun. It's fun learning new things and getting into stuff that I hadn't heard of before. It's really cool.
What about beers? Have you guys? What about your own beer? Is that on the cards?
Oh, well, yeah. Everyone's doing it. I saw that. People are bringing out their own goon sacks and things too. Maybe, I mean, that'd feel like you've made it, right? If you had your own beer.
It's true. Yeah, like the was it the Black Swamp up here? Those boys.
Yeah, we're playing with them.
You are. That's right.
But I don't know them personally, but I've been listening to them. They're a cool band for sure. Do they have a beer? Do they?
Yeah.
That's a great name for a beer, the Black Swamp. It's got to be a dark beer, right?
It is a dark beer. It is. You nailed it. Yeah.
Maybe the Astro beer will have like pop rocks in it or something.
I'll try anything, man. I've got a beer in the fridge that's meant to be like salt and vinegar chips, and I haven't been game enough to crack it.
Yeah, that sounds weird.
It's weird, dude. Yeah, I know. But hey, man, yeah, that Brisbane show is going to be cool too. That's with a whole bunch of awesome bands.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the other perk with having Christian on board is that we didn't really have, and I guess we don't have the connections and bands and stuff in Queensland. You know, Melbourne, we've been to Melbourne a few times, and we've always had some friends, and we've gone to Melbourne to see shows. So Melbourne seems, you know, a bit more attainable for us to kind of just go there and do shows. But up in Queensland, it's good to have the, you know, the support of Beats to kind of hook us up with the cool people in town. And yeah, we're excited to get to know some of these bands. I mean, last time we went up, the Most thing was huge. There's so many good bands, and you know, we make great connections. So we're psyched to do it again.
Yeah, man. I think, yeah, so you got the Automaton, really good band.
Yeah.
Shout out to those guys. And,
Yeah.
of course,
They've
the
just
Black
put out
Sabbath.
some material as well, haven't they? Some new stuff.
Yeah, man. Epic.
Really
So,
good.
good things going on up here, man. And so you're going to come up here and have some beers with us, which we're really looking forward to. Dude, thanks for hanging out on the show, man.
It's been a pleasure. Yeah, you seem like a lovely dude. I can't wait to come and hang out.
Yeah, we'll have a cold one for sure. And in the meantime, I'm gonna put all the tour dates down here in the links, and the single link as well. And buy all the merch. You people, buy the merch.
Not all of it. We need to keep some for the tour. But yeah. All right, I'll buy it. Buy it all.
All of it. Clean them out. Throw them all the dollars. Cool. All right, brother. We'll see you soon.
Good to meet you, bro. We'll catch up there.